Hello everyone, and welcome to the left wall climb tutorial. This is much more difficult than regular wall climbing, so I would only recommend this video if you already are good at regular crawls and climbs. Because every single left wall climb is different, listing off the timings in the video is useless. If you want, you can look at the keyboard in the video to get a general idea of your timing, but you will have to figure out your specific timings yourself. First, flip over onto your back and crawl to the left until your hand is at the blue triangle. We want to grab the wall at some height from a flat position. Hold space and left to propel yourself to the wall. Before your arms are fully bent, let go of space and hold down to ensure your hands don't bump the wall. Once your hands are above you, hold up in space to grab the wall. You should have grabbed at or above the intersection between the brown and yellow background parts. If you haven't, then back up to the blue triangle and try again. Now, we want to get another grab on this wall, even higher. Hold left in space to propel yourself. Go with space and hold down to prevent your hands from bumping the wall again, and finally hold up in space to grab the wall. If you hold left for too long, you might flip over forward. If you hold left for too little, you might lose height. The ideal result would be that when you hold up, you'll land right on your feet and tilt over left slowly, as that would be the highest grab. In this case, the second grab was not fully standing upwards, so I need to do another grab to get that last bit of height and be fully upright. To do that, we hold left in space to propel ourselves and then let go of space. But because we were too high up this time, we don't need to add that extra down press, just hold up in space to grab that wall again. In this case, I tried to climb further up, but instead accidentally split my hands. However, I was in the perfect position to just stand on my feet and reposition my arms, so I do exactly that. And if you are falling off of a wall, or have any other circumstance in which you would prefer to just be grabbing the wall while fully standing, try to land on your feet and slowly fall over to the left. Now that you are up here, climb over the top left corner and get over to the next wall. Lie flat against the triangle and do the same thing you just did for the rake. Get a grab standing fully upright next to the wall, or at least high enough that your knees are less than halfway bent. And now, in the actual climb, where there is no floor that messes you up, you hold left in space for a much smaller amount of time. I'd recommend going forward until your elbow's at 90 degrees. And after you do that, you want to make sure to let go of space for as little time as possible and immediately hold up in space to re-grab the wall. Now, what we have here is the most dangerous thing when left climbing, a split grab. If you see one, the general rule of thumb is to not try to climb higher, as you might break your arms, but to try to grab the wall again while losing the least amount of height. For a left wall, this involves letting go of space and holding up to move your hands towards each other, and then holding left in space to grab the wall again. The variable part of your timing here is how long you hold left in space to propel yourself. The shorter amount of time you do it, the further up in a single climb you can go, and thus the faster you climb. However, if you hold left in space for too little time, you will fall to the right without being able to grab the wall again. This, in combination with regular climbing and forwards and backwards crawling, means they can traverse over the top of any continuous shape both ways. This is more situational than regular climbing, but also less well known. Even if a level author knows about regular wall climbing, they might still leave an exploit because they didn't know about left wall climbing,